Good morning, chest number 30. Please make yourself comfortable and take your seat.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So, how is your stay in this SSB?
Stay is good. Everything here is great, including the food and the sports facilities. Uh,
Mm-hmm. And do
the
you, yeah,
the stay is good. It's enjoyable.
it's enjoyable. Okay. And how was your travel from, say, your hometown to this place?
Travel was quick and it was comfortable. Like I came from a flight, so it was
Okay.
good. And
Okay.
then I took a taxi to this center.
To the SSB. So, you haven't faced any problem of reaching our SSB.
No, no.
Okay. So, chest number 30. Let us start the interview, and what we will do in next 30-40 minutes is to explore why you want to join the defense services and so on. So, and if you feel that there is at any place you need any clarification or something, you are always free to ask me. That is not going to be a problem. I can stop you in between. You can also stop me in between. Again, there is a no, not a problem. Fine.
Yes.
Okay. So, chess number 30, we will like to know more about you. So, you can start with your full name, from the place to which you belong, your educational qualification, your current occupation, your hometown, your father, mother, and sibling, and about your friends as well.
Okay. So my name is Saloni Seth, and I belong to Agra. My paternal family belongs to Agra. So I have completed my bachelor's in State Computer Science Engineering from Shri Vaishno Devi University, Katra in 2021. And right now I am working as a project engineer at B.Tech Naval. My family is a nuclear family with I live with my parents and my sister. And um, my hometown is Agra, and I currently live here at Katra.
And how about your family members?
Um, my father is an architect and he works as a joint general manager at Hutco. My mother is a housemaker and my sister is currently pursuing B.Com honors from Delhi University.
Okay. And how about your relationship with your parents as well as with your siblings?
It's a good relationship, typical parents and daughter relationship, and with my sister, it's a typical sibling relationship. So I would classify the relationship as good, and like I go to them, I take their suggestions, especially career-related suggestions, and with my sister, I like to I like to tease her and also have fun with her. So it's
Okay, okay. And do you have a lot of friends?
yes, I have friends. I have friends, some close and also many friends, like a lot of friends category as well, and some close.
Okay, so are they from your school or they are from their college, your college, or they are from your current occupation?
Most of my friends are from my college. From my school also I have some friends, but as the time has passed, some have stayed. So Bhavya is one friend who is very close to me. And apart from that, from my college, I have Shruti, Sanya, Shivani, Kavisha. These four are the closest to me. Um, there are also more people who are very close to me who I keep talking to time and again. And from my current occupation, I would call them as friends and colleagues. Like my organization, I have recently joined this organization, so I am taking it up a notch to the friendship level. But we are good colleagues.
Okay. So tell us more about that, what your friends think about you and what your parents also think about you.
Okay. My friends, they are very comfortable around me. They like to share their things, like share their perspectives or their things with me. Like if there's a discussion going on, so they always, look for my opinion and they come and give their opinion as well because they know that I will listen to that. And they think of me as a very lively person because we enjoy games and sports and we have done a lot of fun activities together in college. So we have planned trips and enjoyed our time, as I would like to put it. And my parents, they think of me as a responsible child because I'm the elder one and I've taken up responsibilities, gone through college in a different state and come back and I've earned a job as well. So they think of me as a responsible one and they really trust me with my decisions. Like they know if she's going in a particular direction, then she must have thought through it.
That's really good. That's really good. So, if we can ask that if you are in a current occupation and you are an engineer, why you think that defense services is best suited to you? Because you are currently occupied, you are working, you are an engineer, you have a job, then why defense services?
So being an engineer is like an added advantage for the joint for the defense forces, because we regularly see that they employ, like they have whenever the notifications come out, the eligibility criteria. So having an engineering background is there, and with the engineering background, the cutoffs in direct entries are more. If we see through the examinations, be it serious or the ACAD examinations, there also they require people who have engineering background, because be it Navy, Army, or the Air Force, there are a lot of there's a lot of equipment involved and a lot of different technology driven activities that are going on these days. So if we are growing on that level, then we already have a workforce in our country which is looking forward to not just working in the private sector. Engineers are working towards a lot of development, and these people can help make our defense stronger. Like right now, being at CDAC Noida, so CDAC is also a government organization where I have seen in the past 2 months that Navy and Air Force they come for some of their small projects. So at this point, CDAC is the company which is doing the development for them. But if an Indian like Navy and Air Force, they're on the administrative part. If we have people within the defense services who can focus on these things as well, apart from the logistics and apart from the other defense related issues which are focusing on, then maybe we do not even need to go to third parties for these projects. So
Okay,
we'll
that I
be able to
understood. That I
help.
understood that why defense services will like to employ engineers. But why an engineer will like to employ himself or herself in defense services?
So if I say from my point of view, then I would like to join the defense services because in the past months I have seen that there has been a lot of they have taken a lot of technological development has been happening, and I am not just interested in technology, but when I went for my first SSB, I really liked the sort of disciplined environment that was there, getting up at a particular time, and it's a very well organized. It's a very well organized environment and a very specific environment as per the requirements. The instructions are very clear, and I like to be in a place where I can put out my full potential. And when I went there, I felt that this is a place where I can really like I am made for this. I will really enjoy working here, because at the end of the day, whatever work they have a huge opportunity of work that they can offer to people. So
Mhm.
coming or joining defense will actually expand my horizon from working in different parts of the world to different parts of India to different fields which they're offering with a proper training. Because and the best part was that I got to know that you can even study later while you're working in defense, and you are always expected to grow and work on yourself. So
Okay,
if I'm getting all these things at one place,
okay,
that's
okay.
why
That
let's look at
suffices. That suffices the requirement. So this is not your first SSB, as we know. So what went wrong in your first SSB and why you could not clear?
Okay. So my first SSB, I felt I was not fully prepared
Mhm,
because my focus wasn't getting screened in. So I got
mhm,
screened in. But in the later parts, I felt that I was not clear about the objectives of what an SSB is actually. Objective basically how I need to portray my personality. Like
mhm,
I know who I am, but there is a way. If in a span of 2 or 3 days I have to express myself, then I have to study thoroughly and I have to prepare myself as per their requirements. So I
mhm.
felt preparation was lacking. That is why I could not clear my first SSP. And if I come to my another attempt, another second conference, I felt I was good there, but somewhere down the line there were some mistakes which I felt I ignored. For example, I consider my psychology test as one because it's a very short test and GTO goes on for a longer period of time. So my focus was on GTO more, and
What went
psychology.
wrong in the psychology? If you can be a little bit more clear.
Okay. Uh, so you know that the psychology has the VAT, TAT, and SRT. So during the VATs, particularly WATs, particularly, I felt while I was writing them that I am not making sentences which convey a meaning. At times, I just made a phrase during, like for example, if there's a word call. So when I came back from giving the test, I realized that for this word call, I have really not made any such sentence. It's just a phrase which has been written, which is of no use neither to me nor for the
What was
psychologist.
the phrase?
I think I think I wrote, will you? I think I wrote, I'll call somebody soon or something like that, which
Okay.
is it is it does
Mhm,
not depict any of my personalities, and even for the person who is assisting me, there is no point in reading that sentence. So
mhm,
if I say those 15 seconds were given to me to writing those sentences, then I would say I did not even think as to what I'm writing.
mhm,
So that thinking and preparing, like you have to write fast and you have to think. So I think I was not at that preparation yet.
Okay. So you think that your preparations were missing as well as your performance also got a little bit tainted because of that. Okay,
Yes,
fine. So how was your SSB at this point of the time?
SSB has been good. I
Okay,
am happy with my performance, satisfied.
okay. And how about your WATs and TATs? Did they went right this time?
Yes, sir. They were good.
Okay, 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 okay. And how about your GTO task?
My GTO tasks were good. I enjoyed the group obstacle race a lot. It's always
Hmm.
fun.
Hmm.
And apart from that, lecturates and lecturate was also good. Group
Hmm.
discussions were good. They were with my group. They were quite. They were. I should say we had a good group discussion with.
You got a difficult group as well, where
Uh,
people do not accept your point of view or people do not accept anybody's point of view.
so it's a discussion, so everybody likes to leave their point of view. And at the
Hmm.
end of the day, we're also at an interview, so
Hmm.
everybody is focusing on their performance. But what matters is how a discussion went. It should be productive, and it
Hmm.
was productive. So
How
I
was
would
your
say
command task?
my command task was good, sir. I chose my subordinates, and they performed the way I had expected them to.
So,
So,
could you complete your command task on time?
yes, sir, I was able to complete the obstacles given there. The
And
GTO
how
sir did.
many and how many times people or your group mates have called you in the command task?
So I was called frequently. Like in a group of eight, I think I had gone 3 to 4 times.
3 to 4 times. Okay,
Yeah.
fine, 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 fine. Okay, now let us come to the next part of the interview and tell me very clearly. Uh, are you aware of the kind of equipments which we are inducting in Indian Navy?
Yes, sir.
So, what kind of equipments and battle fleet which we have inducted in the Indian Navy in next, say, in last 6 months to 1 year, or maybe even 2 years, and how it is going to help the Indian Navy? Please elaborate on that.
Okay. So we already have INS Arihant. It was inducted previously, but recently we've seen that India-China relations and on a lot of fronts, India is trying to keep up its capability high. As in, they're trying to make their mark that we are also a nation with nuclear capabilities, which you know most of the nations are not. And if there are some, like for example, if there are some nations, they do not openly say it, but INS Arihant recently test fired a ballistic missile. So that is a very good point to the world, I would say, for showing that India has a lot of capabilities, and especially uh, in our Indian Ocean and Bay of Bengal side, where China has slowly been encroaching us. Apart from that, INS Vikrant was recently inducted, and it is the second aircraft carrier after INS Arihant. But what makes it special is that it has a displacement of 43,000 tons, and with it's indigenously inducted. With INS Vikrant being indigenously inducted, Indian Navy is actually looking forward to inducting a third aircraft, which might be of 65,000 tons as they're anticipating. So it's a huge achievement for us. Like it will be, we're planning to induct commission it to the Arabian Sea side. So there as well, we have seen that it will make us stronger and stronger on that front. Apart from that, there's also this drone drone Varuna. So it has not been commissioned yet, but it's in its testing phases. So the team is developing it, and it is said that it's quite a big drone in place of the drones that we have right now. So the drone Varuna will also be helping us in relief. Basically, for relief operations, it will be very useful for us. So these three have been recently inducted, and INS Vulsar is also one which was commissioned last year, I think. Not this year only, I think around March. So it was commissioned with President's color, but at this point, I do not remember exact details of what were
Okay,
there. I just
that's fine. That's fine. Okay, let me ask you another important question, which is something which is getting deeper and deeper these days in the minds of the people. Like, suppose you have to command men, and what I mean by men is men, and you are the only woman in that unit. How will you manage, and what are the problems which you will face?
so being a woman is not any obstacle. I feel. I mean, right now also I am a woman working in an organization with men. So at some point of time, I also, if not defenses, and then in my organization, I also look forward to leading, being a team lead in my group, where I might have men above me or like below me in the hierarchy. So I do not think that there should be any problem, because, as we all know, India is a nation who has people who are very qualified, and they have, if they have reached here, then there are a lot of exams, and we all know defense services do not admit anyone easily. The criteria is same for everyone. You have to appear for an exam and an SSB, and the assessors are themselves facing you. We have gone through years of training. Like, even after this, we go through 6 months of training in the Indian Navy. So I do not think that I will be facing obstacles or any such challenges, I should say. It will be a great environment, and as being a woman, I feel my unit will be very happy to be commanded by me, seeing that the forces have now started inducting women in such large numbers with the opening of India as well.
Okay, okay. That was a very polished and refined point of view, I must say. Um, okay, do you have any questions for us?
Um, Not really, sir, but I would like to say that I really enjoy this stay here. And every time I come to an SSB, I stay
Mhm.
there for 5 days, and from food to the facilities, especially the sports and the club facilities that are open for us, they are really
Mhm.
great.
You
So
you
that
enjoyed your
time,
stay over here, and you also like the food, right?
yes, sir.
Any suggestions so that we can improve a little bit better?
No, sir, no suggestions, and no suggestions. The CHM actually has been constantly asking us about these. So if there were
Mhm.
any, the batch has already given to them. So we're quite
Okay.
happy.
Okay. It was nice hosting you, chess number 30 over here. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
your
sir.
time, and we will look forward to meet you again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.